optimal resume for a freshman and sophomore, I'd highly recommend. There's a little hard card, it's like a business card, when you came in. On the back is the web address for Optimal Resume. Has anybody used Optimal Resume? Raise your hand if you have. No? It's a resume builder. It has some templates in there. Do y'all use the Folio piece? No? Okay. Folio piece to that program is basically a file cabinet where you can store these artifacts and then pull them out later. It's a good place to stick that stuff as you move along. And whenever you start to design your website, you do it on paper first. Okay? So you will get a scratch piece of paper out. What I did is I put it in the back. I carry this like binder around with me everywhere. It has my calendar, my notes, and everything. And it sat in the back. And for about 2 months, you know, if I got bored or something, then I would flip to the back and just start doodling and trying to figure out and organize my information. And that's your first step. That's where you want to start. Okay. So let's talk about creating it. Whenever you're going to create your portfolio, you will want to choose a site to be able to store it on, and then a mechanism to create it. And in the handouts, you will see a grid of possibilities. Here's a few websites that I dabbled in. I dabbled in WordPress. It was very easy. And has anybody used WordPress, by the way? It's a blogging. Okay, it's great. It's easy, right? You have some templates. I didn't like the templates. I wanted to use another CSS template, import it, and that was a little harder. And I actually aborted that project and went to Wix. Wix was really easy, and my website that I can show you is, in fact, I can just show you now what my website looks like. I did it in 2 hours and 10 minutes. If that gives you, it was easy. Okay. I can do it that quickly. I know y'all can do it like an hour. There's that picture I just love. And you can see my colors aren't really daisies, yellow and pink. It's a little more muted when it's not on the screen. But pick different pictures. I tried to brand myself by saying I'm an innovative collaborator. And the 3 things about myself is I'm a manager, an entrepreneur, and a communicator. Those are the 3 things I wanted to highlight. If you click on these, it just gives you examples of when I've been a manager. You know, I've done some strategic planning, I've done financial planning, and event planning. Some examples of entrepreneurship, you know, here at TCU, some things I've done. Indoor Air Quality was my company that I owned, and Waste Management was another company that I worked for. I put 4 different ways that I think I'm a communicator. I think I'm a pretty decent writer. I've done some mentoring over my career. I've done lots of sales and negotiated things. And down here are some work samples. This, if you were to click on it, it would be a proposal that I did for internship funding. We want to be able to pay for unpaid internships here at TCU, so that's being talked about. And this is an interview for TCU 360. So we'll get there. Up here is my resume. Okay. This is my resume. This is a printable version of my resume. And then these are all the places that I've worked for, and if you were to click on them, it gives you what would be on the resume itself. A note about the resume. Your printable, again, is 1 page. This is a way that you can expand your resume, make it include a lot more things if you break it up into different screens. Biography, whenever you go somewhere as a speaker, they'll ask for a biography, so this is the way somebody would print it. And then contact information, if you wanted to contact me, you can send me an email. And then down here on every screen were my links to Facebook and LinkedIn, phone, and email. Mine's a really simple site. But at least it's something to start with. You know, it's like when you get in your car and you're sitting in a parking lot and you try to turn the steering wheel, it's so hard. You're just like, whoa. But if you just put the gas on a little bit, you can turn the wheel and go. It's the same thing with this. You've got to have something to start with. Once you start, you can start adding to it and you can get more excited about it. Hard part's always starting. Sometimes when you use the more click and drag type sites, you can't have a lot of control over the name of the URL. And you know, if you buy your own space somewhere or you upgrade, on these sites, then you have more control. You know, if you use, and you'll see in a chart that's, you know, that's one of the handouts that was given to us by the New Media Center, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. But it shows you a comparison, the advantages and disadvantages of each of these. Okay? The advantages of the easier ones is that it's easier. The disadvantage, sometimes you can't make it act and feel the way you want it to. If you look at templates, don't get hung up on the color of them. Look at the spacing, look at the formatting. Does it have kind of the general feel? Because you can always change the colors. And you can change the way things are laid out.